Hi, thank you for visiting pianolessonsforlife.com. My name is Greg, and I'm your personal piano professor, if you want me to be. And I invite you to visit my website, www.pianolessonsforlife.com. And I'm trying to share with you some of the stuff I've learned over the years. And we're looking at Autumn Leaves today because it's a great tune. I learned it as a kid, and then later when I got into college, they used this tune to help us learn basic jazz harmony, and the song goes like this. Repeats that whole thing again. Nothing real difficult there. It's in the key of E minor, which is the relative minor of G. If you want to find the relative minor of that's the G scale. If you want to find the relative minor of any major scale, you count down a minor third, which is 3 half steps. So the relative minor of G is E minor. Uses that same key signature. The F sharp is in there from the G, although in this key we use a harmonic minor, and that allows us to have that B7 chord that you'll find in this too. So it's really the 5/7 of the 1 in E minor, and it resolves to the E minor. So that's why we have that B7 chord in there, which wouldn't be diatonic to the key of G, but it would be diatonic to the relative minor, the harmonic minor key, E minor. Okay, so you're going to notice in this that the root motion of the chord, it starts on A minor, goes up a fourth, down a fifth, up a fourth, down a fifth, up a fourth, down a fifth, and then as it cycles through again, up a fourth, down a fifth, up a fourth, down a fifth, up a fourth, down a fifth, up a fourth. So that's why they teach this in jazz school, because that motion, the 2-5-1 or 2-5 or up a fourth and down a fifth, happens all the time in jazz. Not only that, in popular music too. I'll give you a link on one of the pages. I have a great exercise, and we had to do this in school, where we had to do the diatonic chords in every key. This is in C. Okay, we would go through all of those. In G it would be, of course we're using that F sharp here. I'll give you a link to a page on my website where I have those exercises for you, and you can figure them out. I've always told my students it's sort of like a caterpillar. If you notice this, these are 4-part chords. We'll do it in C here. Well, might as well do it in G. Caterpillar walks, the front end moves and the back end moves. So that's how I always explain that. The top 2 fingers come down like a caterpillar. Bottom 2 fingers move down like a caterpillar. Top 2, bottom 2, top 2. Oops, sorry there. Bottom 2, top 2, bottom 2, top 2, bottom 2, top 2. Now in E minor it'd be this. E minor to A minor, D to G, F sharp, B7 instead of B minor 7. Okay, that's the difference between the E minor harmonic and the G. and back to E minor. So that's a great little exercise. Now the melody's pretty easy. I did write it out there for you, and again I'll play it one more time. To the D7, E major 7, to C major 7, F minor 7 flat 5, B7, and it starts again. There's the F minor 7 to B, E, A minor 7, So it's an interesting song. Now if you're playing the piano solo, I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff with that. All I'm doing there is moving those chords around and adding a little feel to it too. But the point of the song is to get that root notion. Now, I did take my new keyboard here and make a little jazz progression of it using the bass, so you can see how you might play this along with a band if you were playing with a jazz trio. So I guess I'll just finish off with that and see how that sounds. We'll play through it a little bit. Now I'm going to be soloing, and I'm going to keep the solo kind of simple and use a G pentatonic scale. G pentatonic scale is G, A, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Okay. I'll probably add a few more notes. The E minor pentatonic scale is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5. So that's the scale we're going to be using, that I'll be using to solo with. It's pretty simple. E, G, A, and then I put this B flat in here as a blue note. B, D, E, and G. And I'm going to be using that scale a lot to improvise, and you'll notice. So let me just go through this. I hope this lesson was somewhat helpful. I know it wasn't all that clear, but here we go. Get a little count in here. Okay, so that's how you might play it along with a little jazz trio there. We had piano, bass, and drums going on there. And I played it really, really kind of simple, kept those closed voicings. Again, I'm trying to gear this towards beginner students that are just trying to learn jazz and harmony. Of course, you can substitute different chords in there and get a little bit more fancy with your solos. So I hope that was helpful. Autumn Leaves is a great tune for you to play around with and get that motion under your hands. Also, Satin Doll by Duke Ellington was another great one that they taught in school that used that 2/5 root motion in a major key. That one's in the key of C major. And we'll be doing that in another lesson just to kind of drive this point home. But I still play those tunes, and they're still great tunes. Michael Bublé, even some contemporary artists are still recording them. They're just beautiful melodies. They're timeless melodies. So I want you to visit my website, www.pianolessonsforlife.com. Come back often and check out the new lessons. Sign up, if you would, for our free lesson alert, because I'm always mailing out stuff, and we've got quite a following on the Personal Piano Professor news alerts there. So go ahead and sign up for that, and come back often. Please click where it says contact me and let me know how I can help you. Again, I'm excited to be teaching you guys everything that I know. I'm not the biggest expert, but hopefully I can be helpful to you. And come back often. Thanks for tuning in.